We are live, and today's training is all about the high-level ads manager. So I've spent a million of my own money on ads on Facebook specifically, and especially in the last 2 or 3 years, I've like really just taken all ownership of running my own ads. So I know in the ads platform inside and out. I know all the settings, and that's kind of kept me from switching into the high-level ads manager because I always felt like it was going to limit me. And I had some specific reasons for feeling that way. Like it didn't used to have the API conversions API set up. And if you want Meta to know the difference between a window shopper, like someone that just walks by and then maybe they looked, right? They put their information in, but they didn't really go in and open up the store and check out the things on the shelf, right? They didn't sign up for the newsletter. They didn't send you an email. Uh, you can you can send all that stuff back to Meta, and it's really important too. Ads is expensive. It's really hard to get right. And like it requires so many things to happen well for it to actually be profitable. But when it is profitable, it is so worth it. But that's why you really just can't half-ass it. You have to make sure you give yourself every chance you have to get a profitable campaign. So I'm gonna go live or share my screen. We're gonna set this thing up, and y'all are welcome to ask questions. Um, these can be semi-interactive. So I'm gonna turn this thing on. Don't even know where I'm looking for it. Here. That's not high levels. It's in marketing. Mhm. I thought. Give me just a second, ladies and gents. This is like an old one called Ply. I used to use a different type of AI ads manager. And maybe I have to turn this on in billing for it to even show up. Yeah, might have to go to agency view to get this thing enabled. Sometimes I would think doing things fresh like this might be helpful to people that also would have the same confusion. So to turn, and I've never turned it on before, so you're truly seeing me turn it on for the first time, which most people that would be showing you how to do it would have turned it on already. So you go to billing usually to deal with the add-ons, and they're right here. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, well, let me go to add-ons over here, reselling. Yes, that's the problem. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna go into sub accounts. Sorry, guys, didn't quite expect this delay here. I'll probably edit this up a little bit after. Mm, mm, mm. All right, there's the problem. So that's how you turn it on. If anyone ever got stuck, you just go to the sub accounts view here, and then you go to reselling. You have to make sure it's on here first. And then you go to the sub account. Now I bet it's in marketing. Yep. Then it pops up in marketing. Google account, my Meta account. That is easy. All my old companies. Wow, what a good onboarding flow. Be connected to all the ad platforms that easy. I didn't know it would do LinkedIn ads. If that's the case, I'm even more excited, and it looks like it does. Yeah, I did not know you could do LinkedIn ads on here either. So the main reason I did the training today is I saw that now you can do YouTube. So I was excited to see that. This thing's been out for over a year, so I'm sure that it's getting there. Now, the two things that I wanted to check that are reasons I haven't switched over, conversions API, which I know that it does. And then when you're setting up lead forms on Meta, I like to choose some options where it sends them a DM and gets their phone and email, which I don't think you can do um, without actually doing it in the platform. So yeah, this thing does LinkedIn ads. And I want to do from scratch. So I want to see all the options. You guys all know what generating a photo is like in high level. So you can do AI ads generation in here. I think you can even do it in the social planner and then make it like a paid ad. No applicable category. Select placements. All right. I'm generally a fan of AI. And just a note for everybody, I never run an ad account in the beginning with the ad set less than 50 a day. Every ad set specifically, not ad, not campaign, every ad set needs to be at least 50 a day for it to optimize properly. After the first week, it should be optimized. Once it's out of the learning phase, you can lower it to lower than 50 a day. And in general, the lower your budget is, the cheaper your leads will be. But you got to pay to train it in the first place. So audience signals looks like it gives you a good bit of control here. But I really wanted to check out the forms. Come on, don't tell me I can do it the right way. Well, let me. Well, it doesn't quite look like you can do everything I was thinking, but it's almost there. This is almost just like the form creator in Meta, but it's on this one where you can check a box to send a DM at the same time. I'll show you. Yeah, if this gets too annoying, I'm not gonna show you guys. Let me try. Come on. I thought I changed my email from that, but so it doesn't seem to have the one thing I was looking for, but it does have Meta ads, LinkedIn, Google, YouTube. So for a person who's setting up ads their first time, especially if you're budget sensitive and don't want to have to hire somebody to do it, this looks like it works really, really well. It's got conversions API. The only thing you're missing is really sending a Facebook message at the same time as you get their name, email, phone. And I was trying to log into ads and get this code pasted. Mm, mm, mm. The forms are always at the ad level. Let's go to when I spent the money on. Oh, cost per lead. Well, where is total spent? There it is. All right, let's check out one of these forms so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to go back and look at how you set up the conversions API inside of Meta on the high level side. There we go. That took me forever to find. So yeah, you can even do chat on WhatsApp as your exit to your conversation too. But let's do lead some. Go to website. This is what I'm talking about. This box right here. They added that last year, and you can customize these lead forms so they look good and have a lot of information. Like this is how mine looks, right? This is my offer a year ago, guys. It's obviously much better now, but you get way more leads when you do it like this. And then if you add the extra channel, it gives you one more place where you can send a message and a booking link. And there's no telling. They might look at that a year from now and be like, oh, I remember seeing this guy, and look at your booking link and decide to book. Um, so that's that. Now let's go back to high level and let's take a look at the conversions API setup. But in general, guys, for most, like I really think this is almost worth just staying in high level. Unless you have an expert that knows how to set up the conversions I would stay in high level. And most guys that set up ads for you won't do that. They won't, unless you ask them, they might not have ever done it before. Conversions. Um, we have a client, Jay, who was the guy who would sync Audience Lab data up with intent data up for franchises with their ads managers. And he has his own version of something kind of like Go High Level, but for enterprise businesses where it would automatically roll out to all their franchises. We just helped him finish his version that's a high level SaaS. He's selling the other company, he just had to exit, and it was very successful, but he couldn't help small business people. And so he's got his high level version. Audience Lab sent out an email about him yesterday, and I think he's doing a live group call with all of Audience Lab's list today or yesterday. But yeah, so you can just, it looks like it already has some of the events I already had made. And setting this up is a pain if you don't have this tool right here. You needed me. Now you don't. But some of you guys don't have enough time, and so you'll still need me. But guys, that's about it. You can set up conversions events here. Well, I don't want a new data set. I want to create a new event. Huh. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's not a conversions API event that we're doing right there. That's something else, I think. Let's check it out. I want to actually see this. Mm, mm. All right. I think this is it. We got some people I haven't seen. I don't know how long. Theron. I feel like I recognize the name. Tim, good to see you, man. Jamie Wright. Is that Jamie Wright? I haven't seen out in a year. And This is not using the high level ads manager, so let's check it out. I always set it up this way that it's showing, but I think you can do it through the ads manager now. Let's go back to our search. High level ads manager. Yeah, it is Jamie Wright. That is who I'm thinking of. Jamie, what's going on, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I just had an issue getting my microphone connected.
Good to see you. I think you actually might be a different Jamie Wright than the one I was thinking of.
It probably is, but I haven't been on in a while.
Yeah. I guess I've got two clients that are J Wright with their last name spelled the same as yours, and they're both active clients right now. And now I got two Jamie Wrights as well.
Funny.
You're not a current client though, I don't think.
Yeah, no. What do you
Not
do?
yet. One day. Uh let me I'm doing a live training right now. I'm trying to see if you can even do the conversions API in the Facebook Ads Manager. I thought in the high level ads manager, I thought you could. It kind of looks like you can't. I could have sworn I saw an update about that. Yep. So I'm gonna have to say, guys, I would definitely stick with setting up your conversions API in workflow and attaching it to the high level ads, high level that way. Or yeah, sending back your signals through workflow to the ads manager, but setting it up directly in the events manager and Meta. Now I'm gonna check one more time and say I thought you could set up Meta conversions API events in the high level ads manager. Wasn't there an update about this? Since there's two ways to do it in high level, and one is new and probably not many people know about it or do it, I can see how it might be hard for me to find this article. There's a lot of information about the old way of doing it. Supported in workflow. Okay. I mean, that looks like it. Oh, yeah, you can send it. Okay, so it's basically you just integrate the ads manager and then you can select this. And I'm guessing maybe you don't have to, you still need the dataset ID. Yeah, so you still have to go and copy information over. I'm not even sure like why that's an advantage. Let me ask, why is it an advantage? It looks like still. All right, well, guys, that's pretty clear update on really what I think. I think you're not, for me, I'm still going to set it up in the ads manager because I like these features. Or I mean, set it up directly in Meta. But for a lot of you, it does look like high levels come a long way in the process. I'm gonna go back one more time. I just want to
Oh,
look at,
that shit is stretch.
yeah. What up, Kedar?
Hey
I'm
Rob, let me ask you this, bro. You ever do or come across Upex
yeah. I've
and,
used Upex and Ply. Well,
and
I've used
Ply? Okay.
Ply. I never used Upex. What do you think about it?
I haven't used it. I mean, I just see people talking about it,
I
so I
think
was just
Upex,
wondering.
what I've heard, which is, I used Ply, but I heard that
Okay.
Upex has an ads library where you can see ads that are currently performing and see statistics on which ones are performing and just use them, which is cool. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know if you had a winning ad. I don't know why the hell you'd post it up there for somebody else to use. It could make yours work worse. But I guess if it's like a local service business, it wouldn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I was looking to see what it's like to generate ads. And yeah, so it looks like you still have to generate them.
Okay.
you can generate them inside of the social planner. And High Level just added a thing called breadcrumbing, where you generate a post and it says, "Hey, do you want to launch this as an ad, launch this as an ad?" It'll bring it over in here. So, guys, that was my first time digging in on this. Um, I know a bunch of people popped out when I was getting lost and trying to figure out how to turn it on in the beginning. I apologize, but hopefully that helps somebody someday who's trying to turn this on in the first place and also can't find it right there. That's my philosophy. At least that way it saves me time on that prepping for these things, which I would not be able to do, but I'm glad I can still provide some value to everybody. Um, I guess I could do it if I did it on the weekends, but um, guys, thank you. Does anybody have questions? We'll go full screen face to face for a little bit here. Nobody has anything. I'm gonna grab coffee
Yeah,
before next. Oh, go ahead. What's going
yeah,
on?
man. Yeah, so I was joining because I thought that you had some experience on what it's like to run Facebook and Google ads out of Go High Level, and
Mm.
if you had any experience with it. But it sounds like you're just now setting it up or trying it for the first time.
I integrate it, but not through the ads manager. So I do the conversions API setup, but not in the high level ads manager. Does that make sense?
Not really, because I'm kind of new.
I use a workflow to send conversions API events back, and I set up my ads inside of Meta, but I make sure that my leads come into high level, and that high level tells Meta when, um, like when somebody sends me a text message or watches a video on my site. And so for you, man, if you want to see like how I actually do it, because this video is more about exploring the ads manager and me evaluating if it would be worth me changing the way I do things and also giving that feedback to my audience. Like, hey, I don't think it's time yet to go over to the doing it this way. Is basically my what I've decided. If you go to YouTube and go to my channel, I have a video called Intro to Paid Ads where I walk more front to back on setting this up. And who was just asking me that question?
Oh, it's Tim Johnson, and I
Okay.
was also wondering for Google because, you know, I don't know if it gives you the same functionality and control from within the GHL app as it does from going over to, the native platform,
It
or if there's
never gives,
any advantage to it to using it to, other than one less login.
yeah, if you know how to set ads up in the other platforms, I'd say there's no advantage. Um, if you don't, then it's definitely much faster and easier to set up in high level. But it sounds like for me and you, with us knowing the other platforms, I'm always going to want one or two things that they have not brought yet into high level. They did just roll out YouTube as well. Do you ever do YouTube?
I haven't even really watched any videos on how to do YouTube. I'm so far removed from what that's about, but
Okay.
I've heard it has some really really unique use cases. Certain people are being able to do cool things with it. So I didn't know if that was going to get covered today or not.
YouTube, I can talk a little bit about it. Uh, YouTube, I haven't ever seen as much of as much traction as I get from Facebook still. I've tried it a lot this year. I've been running YouTube ads this whole year, well, last year. And you get higher, like the people that do come from it are much higher intent, but it's in the end, it's been more expensive for me to get clients that way. And so I'm still back about to turn my meta ads back on. Um, I've got other videos where I go into more depth on it. We can still take a look in the ads manager if you want to see what it looks like setting up YouTube in there.
No, no, that's all right. It's all right. I
But yeah.
appreciate it.
My expertise is really more on Facebook, and so I wanted to get in there and kind of compare it to our old, to the way we currently do things. And I just dropped a video in the chat, which is the one that's on the screen here, which is the one that shows you how I actually set up Facebook ads and connect it to high level, if that's something you're interested in doing.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
And if we exit the meeting, anybody else wants to find it later, it's just right here on my channel. And anybody else have any questions before you jump off? All right. Sounds good, fellas. See you later. Bye bye.